Let's be honest. Have you ever felt like your faith has just flatlined? You're showing up, sure. You're praying when you remember, you're squeezing in a devotional, but it all feels like nothing is shifting here on the inside. This spiritual stagnation is not uncommon, especially for us high capacity women, entrepreneurs, professionals, leaders. It can sneak up on us when our soul really gets buried under all of those other responsibilities. But there is good news. You don't have to stay stuck. And today, in this video, the Truth in Business Show, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process based on the Personalized Faith Plan, the PFP, of how in just 1 week you can really break through all of this fog and really rediscover clarity, connection, and spiritual momentum. And if you're ready to go deeper, there is a way to turn this reset into a rhythm. More on that with the Rooted Rhythm Retreat at the end. So stay with me. Hey there, wise woman. This is Deneen TB, your faith and business growth strategist. I want you to welcome you to this episode of the Truth in Business Show. My job here is to help you, the God-centered businesswoman, the professional Christian woman, to really grow in your faith so that it fuels your work life and keeps you on mission for God. So we're going to be jumping right in here. So are you with me? Get your pen and paper ready. Write down these things. Step one, which is actually Monday, recognize the real root of stagnation. So I have a verse for you. It's Psalm 139, 23 and 24. Search me, God, and know my heart. Lead me in the way everlasting. So spiritual stagnation, I want you to know, isn't about laziness or lack of effort, because I know we are not lazy. We are not effortless people. It's often because of misalignment between your spiritual growth practices and how God has uniquely designed you. In the PFP, the Personalized Faith Plan, we teach that each woman has a faith shape that reflects how she is wired to really connect with God as a heart, soul, mind, or strength person. So I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. Am I doing something I think should work for my spiritual growth instead of something that fits me? Putting the round peg in the square hole, right? Ask yourself, where do I feel drained or resentful in my faith life? Okay, what's causing that resentment? Be honest with yourself. So what I want you to do here for day one, step one, is to take the faith shape quiz. I've put that link down in the description so you can discover your unique approach to connecting with God. That is the first step. Step one, day one, Monday. Step two, day two, Tuesday. Rebuild connection with your primary faith leading. So once you know your faith leading from the day before, heart, soul, mind, or strength, you can stop striving and you can start syncing with how God made you. Example here. If you're mind-led, if you find out you're mind-led, carve out some space, some time to study scripture or explore theological insights. If you found out you're heart-led, lean into some worship, some music, journaling your emotions. If you found out you're strength-led, turn your work into worship. Go outside and get moving with God. If you found that you're soul-led, schedule yourself some unhurried, quiet, and thoughtful prayer time. Your spiritual reset begins really when you stop forcing yourself to do something that doesn't fit and to start flowing with what actually does. Okay, step three, day three, Wednesday. Renew your mind with a personalized framework. So here's where the frame tool comes in. And I've talked about the frame tool before, but what does frame stand for? It stands for Faith Accelerator for Shaping Mature Disciples. And it gives you clarity around how to deepen your spiritual life with intention. It tells you how you lead and how you can grow through those four corners of the frame for your identity. So, what do you have to ask here? Ask yourself, where am I right now in my spiritual growth? Where is God inviting me to mature, to grow, to go a little deeper? And what rhythms actually help me to move forward? So, this is kind of the midweek reset, right? So, these questions, I would love for you to journal about what needs to be released and journal about what really needs to be reignited in you as well. Okay? All right. Step 4, this is Thursday, reconnect in community. So Hebrews 10:25 tells us to let us not give up meeting together, but encourage one another. You know, isolation is really the fuel for stagnation. You were never meant to grow alone. So I want you to really think about this. Who do you talk to about your faith? Who holds you accountable when you want to grow? Think about that person, because even one intentional conversation with that person, with someone who really gets it, can really reignite something inside of you. Remember, this is all about a reset, right? We're reigniting it. You can consider joining a faith-driven community that does get you things like the PFP group, my personalized faith plan group, for support, for structure. In fact, I'm going to invite you to check out my free training, How to Redefine Your Faith Growth by Embracing Freedom and Confidence in a God-Centered Journey. Because you're going to discover how to create the personalized faith plan that really works with your unique design. I've put that link down in the description for you as well. Okay, we're at step 5, day 5, Friday. Reestablish rhythms that actually work for you. Okay, so if you go through this whole reset week, you've already discovered what's not working for you, what fits your actual shape, what can help you to grow, and that you're not alone. So now it's really time to customize your rhythm, okay? One that is simple, one that is sustainable, one that is sacred. I call this my 888 model. It means 8 minutes daily, 8 hours monthly, 8 days quarterly. So, what can this look like for you? Okay, let me give you some specifics. Got that paper and pencil, right? 8 minutes daily. This is the daily reset. You can think of it as a mini realignment with God. No pressure, no elaborate routine, just 8 intentional minutes of connection. So, if you're the heart-led person, you can turn on a worship song. You can close your eyes. You can pray through the lyrics. If you're a mind-led person, read a single verse and write one sentence about what it means for your workday. If you're strength-led, walk outside and pray as you move. Offer your day to God in motion. If you're soul-led, sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Repeat a breath prayer like, God, I know you're there. Now, that's the 8 daily, 8 minutes. Now the 8 hours monthly. This is a slow day to realign. It's kind of like a Sabbath style pause. Once a month, block out time to rest, to reflect, to recalibrate. It's not about doing nothing. I want to make that clear. It's about doing things that bring you back to life. Here are some examples for you. You could begin your day with an unhurried coffee and journal reflection. Maybe, where did I feel close to God this month? What do I need to release? You could read a spiritual book that speaks about your season, not just theology. It could be story, inspiration, creativity. You could spend 2 or 3 hours out in nature and let God speak through his creation. Take some photos, sketch, or just observe. You could revisit the PFP, personalized faith plan, or your faith shape results and ask, am I staying aligned? What needs attention? How can I refocus? And then again, there are 8 days quarterly. I call this a focus retreat. This is where transformation deepens. Every 3 months, take 8 daily days total. Now, it can be broken up into 2 or 3 day time limits, time frames, I guess should say. It doesn't have to be done all at once. It could be an inward retreat. It could be to recalibrate your purpose, to reignite your passion for God. This is the rhythm of the Rooted Rhythm Retreat. That's what it was designed to mirror. So, what would this look like to have these 8 days? You could block out a weekend for a personal retreat, to unplug, to journal, to walk, to worship, to realign your goals with God. I've also done days where I've called it the silent retreat days as well. You could attend a guided retreat like my Rooted Rhythm retreat in Colombia, designed for you, that high capacity woman, to reconnect deeply with your calling. And if travel isn't possible, then you could just take some slow mornings and step away from your regular pace. You could visit a botanical garden or a friend's farm or a quiet museum, just where you can be in silence to listen to God. Because what all this does, it helps to create ongoing momentum instead of just these quick bursts that fade. Something to look forward to, something that you can do on a regular basis. So let me ask you this. What is one thing that you could plan today to begin your own 888 rhythm model? Let me know in the comments. Love to know what sparked. Okay, we're on day 6, or step 6, day 6, Saturday. Reflect and rest with God. So we're going to make space to pause here in this week, right? To really reflect on what God has revealed to you this week. Again, use your journal, right? How your mindset has shifted, just trying these little tiny things to change, to give you breakthrough, to give you a reset. And reflect on what clarity you now carry. I want you to sit outside if possible. Take a slow walk. Soak in God's presence. Let his peace fill the places where you feel stuck. And of course, step 7, this is Sunday, reset with intention. So if you've been doing this all week, once you've done it all week, you've probably experienced this breakthrough in just 1 week. So I want you to think about, what would it look like to make this the way of your life? What if you could just step away from your everyday distractions and go even deeper? That's exactly what I've created in the Rooted Rhythm Retreat. It's really a sacred space in the mountains of Colombia, designed for women like you to realign with God, reconnect with your faith rhythm, and to renew your soul, your direction. Now, it's not just a getaway. It's a guided transformation so that you don't return to your old patterns when you come home. If this 1 week plan kind of stirred something in your spirit, imagine what could happen with 10 days away with God. I've put the wait list, that's all I have right now. I've put the wait list down in the description. There's a link there. If you're interested, down in the description, please click on it, because your soul is worth the reset. Your calling is worth the clarity. Your life is worth the alignment. Don't just have this breakthrough week. Build a rhythm that lasts. So go ahead and click in the description, get on the wait list so you'll know right away. And I've got a question for you in the comments. What part of your faith life feels out of rhythm right now? And what would change if it was reset? Okay? I hope you're going to talk to me in the comments. I'd love to know all of these things, how this is affecting you, what sparked in your brain. This is Deneen TV. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, be filled to overflowing.